Okay, hey guys, this is Andrea again, and I'm happy to be here with Elaine. You might know Elaine better than you know me because you came through her funnel after all. And what I wanted to do in this video is really give some framework around what the Secret Beliefs workshop has done for people that we've seen go through it, and also what it specifically has done for Elaine. So thank you, Elaine, for joining me on this.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you for inviting me. Nice
Uh-huh.
to be here.
Yeah. Um, so I'm really enjoying doing these more intimate sort of interactions with the different partners and members. You're actually one of my Mastermind Partner Program members also, and you
Yes,
have
I
been
am.
for a couple of years. And I feel like the Secret Beliefs training, with all of the stuff that we've done previous to this, I feel like the Secret Beliefs training really has shifted people more quickly than I've ever seen anything happen in the previous, really we've been a couple of years of trial and error and working
Yeah.
through stuff for people and just sort of across the board. Well, what did the Secret Beliefs like? Why did you buy it in the first place? I guess is a good question.
Well, like you say, it's been a couple of years since I've been in the mastermind program, and I
Mhm.
always felt that there was just one little thing that if I could just find it, that I could kind of push out of the way, then I could keep going and growing. And I thought when I first heard about secret beliefs, I thought, oh, maybe that's it. Maybe I have a secret belief somewhere in the back that I
Mhm.
can't see, that I'm not aware of. And
Mhm.
that's what I discovered after I got into it. I thought, wow, how did he know?
As you know.
It's like it was an amazing, almost like he's been peeking into my brain or my
Mm.
life kind of thing. Like I don't know how he came up with this stuff, but obviously he was enlightened or inspired by something. And
I
maybe
think
it's just more common in people than we realize that we have
mhm.
these kind of roadblocks that
Yeah.
he called secret beliefs. And I
Well,
always knew there was something, but I didn't
mhm.
know exactly what it
They're
was. So
kind of
this,
secret. They're not secret like they're kind of obvious once you kind of expose them, but they're secret in two ways, I think. One is that we don't really recognize them in ourselves, and so we don't know what we don't know a lot of the time.
right,
And then the other thing is that I think that people feel like they are the only person with this kind of challenge, even once they identify whatever it is that's been gumming them up.
mm,
I
mm,
think that there's a lot of kind of secret hiding, maybe even not, unworthy stuff that happens for people. And then when they start to see that there's a whole group of people that are grappling with similar things or slightly tweak, slightly off from that or completely different things sometimes, but still that are really kind of small in when you're just looking at them, but huge if you're faced with them. There's just
mm,
they are really roadblocks because if it's a roadblock, it's a roadblock. It doesn't
yeah,
matter
doesn't matter what it is.
large or small. No, because if you're stopped, you're stopped.
Yeah,
So for me, the Secret Beliefs training has really, I want to say, condensed and compressed time for me working with people. Um, who a lot of them I have been like engaging and helping along the way, but really not feeling like we were getting to the meat of getting action taking happening. And this training totally shifted that,
yeah.
completely shifted that to the point that I went ahead and did a license agreement with Mark, which you know because you decided to
Mm,
participate in that program. It's completely different from this. This is
yeah.
standalone, one-time purchase, really a small price point, I feel, for the value that people have been getting out of it.
I agree. The price point is, like going out for lunch or something.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
not the
minimal. For the
exact.
value that you get from it is probably, hmm, how should I say? It's a lifetime thing. You can always go back to it. And I know I've gone through it twice now. I'm going to start again. And I noticed that the second time through, I uncovered things or noticed things that I didn't before. So
Is that their
it's one of
distinction?
those things that you can go through several times, and each time something new will pop up.
Hmm. And
Because
it's
I
really
think as
what you were saying is completely true. It's like this bell that you can't unring. So it's like once you
Yeah.
see this stuff, it's like you can't go back to that it's secret or that maybe it's not a belief or that it's
Yeah.
you can't go back. So it's I don't know, it's invaluable in my opinion.
Yeah.
So what we do inside of the group, as you know, in the workshop, is we do a hangout every week. We have two different time sections. And so what I wanted to let the viewer know, the person, you who are here on this page and found your way to this page, is that that is our interactive piece to this puzzle, which I think also just adds another layer of um, impactfulness because people do see that they're not alone. People do hear um, even if you don't feel like you have secret beliefs, trust me, the people that you're going to be getting as leads and subscribers and clients and customers, they all have secret beliefs. And even if you end up being the one person in the world who doesn't, they all do. And it's been really revealing to me to be able to see all the different kinds of things, you know. So it's there's all different kinds of levels that this can really benefit people if you're going to into any kind of sales or any kind of communication situation.
Mm.
Understanding people better is only a good thing,
Yes.
including
And
yourself.
knowing that you're not alone.
Including
And
yourself.
that's where I find the hangout is very helpful because you've got this group of people who basically are experiencing the same things you are. Whereas
Yeah,
before you might have thought, I'm the only one.
yeah,
Look
you're
at
weird.
Joe over there, Susan over there. Look how good they're doing. What's wrong with me? But really there's nothing wrong with you. It's
Exactly.
just a thing that you need to realize or see or
Right.
acknowledge and then just kind of deal with it and move on.
Totally.
That's how I
And
see it.
and so I have that. I continue to have things distinctions come up for myself, but I'm also getting really good handle on leadership space with
Mm.
with this interaction too. So it really both fronts it serves. Um, so what I'd like to do right now, we'll save your distinctions for when people come into the hangout because they're
Good.
private, personal, and that's
Yes.
what those spaces are for. And what I'd like, and I'm going to invite you to do right now is to click the button below. There's a button right below that will take you to a checkout page. You'll actually go to Elaine's PayPal account because she's a licensee. And once you have that in place, you'll be taken, the next page will be the actual training, and you can take it in small bites. I actually watched the first 10 minutes and got a lot out of it, like 3 or 4 pages of notes, because of something that he talks about how the product evolved, like how it came to be first. Or you can watch it. There's another member who watched it through a second time finally, and the first time she got nothing. The second time she's kind of letting it in. There's another gal who, and actually we have a lot of men too. I'm just thinking of women right this minute. There's another gal who kind of thought she knew it all, and then finally sort of said, "Well, I better, not be this, I better not just dismiss it and say, oh yeah, it's great, I know that, good stuff." Um, and she went through, and it was an hour and 17 minutes in, she had this like major life-changing epiphany. So I really encourage you to go ahead and join us in the workshop because it can only be a good thing. So just click the button below and we'll get started. Alrighty?